Hello everyone, welcome back to Cyberwhale. I hope you all are doing well, and I also hope that the previous module that we have covered and completed about the CEHV13 is pretty clear to you guys. And I hope that journey was really interesting and you guys have found it really impressive, as well as you can say worthy to learn things from the Cyber Whale channel. That's why you guys have maintained your trust in me, and you are back here for the new module and the new video. If you are on to this video, I'm really glad to see you back on this video, as well as for my new channel subscribers. I'm really glad to see you all here in my new video and a new module. And yeah, I have shared one of my poll in the recent post of yesterday, or you can say a recent post, and where I have shared particularly a few topics that what you guys want me to share. There were four topics, which was like number one was the roadmap of cyber security. Okay. Yeah, security. Another, sorry, another one was regarding the basic to advance of Kali Linux, advance of Kali Linux. Number three was web pen testing, and I can bet on to you guys that you guys are really crazy of for choosing web pen testing. Many of you guys have chosen web pen testing, and just give me a second, guys. Yeah, and I'm really glad to see how enthusiastic you guys are to show me your love and support in the all the modules that I have shared in the all the videos. And for the fourth topic, there was a topic regarding the Portswigger Labs. And yeah, as I stated that whoever have the fair, you can say the weightage, will be learning that in the particular module or in the upcoming sessions. But I have to make one thing very clear. As I have seen, there is no more difference, or you can say not a big difference in the ratio of two things over here. That was basically in the roadmap of cybersecurity, and another one was web pen testing. And personally speaking, I wanted to go for the web pen testing, but there is an issue that roadmap of cybersecurity and web pen testing, as they're having almost the similar ratio of choosing one of them. So I decided to go with the roadmap of cybersecurity. Before you get angry that why she's not taking web pen testing, I have a note and an announcement to make that why I am basically choosing the roadmap of cybersecurity and not the web pen testing. As in the CEH V13 module, guys, we have basically covered up so many things regarding the web pen testing and web app hacking. Whereas for the roadmap of cybersecurity, I am using or taking up this topic because there is one specific reason behind it. As most of my, you can say, most of my audience and most of the people I personally know wanted to have me to create a video and the module of the roadmap of cybersecurity, because if you guys do not know what basically the cybersecurity is, or how to start your journey onto this particular field, onto this cybersecurity, you guys won't be able to move on further directly onto the web pen testing. I know my most of the audience is also waiting for the web pen testing. I promise you guys that after the roadmap of the cybersecurity and this module, I am definitely going to go up with the web pen testing module and a playlist. I won't, you can say, I won't disappoint you guys for this particular thing. So please forgive me, and I'm taking up the roadmap of cybersecurity for a specific reason, because most of my audience doesn't know about this particular cybersecurity roadmap, from where to start, how to start, what to do, and what things we can use in order to learn cybersecurity. So I do not want to disappoint them as well, because they want to learn and join us, guys. Whosoever is onto the web pen testing, guys, you have already learned about the basics of cybersecurity. So I hope you can wait a bit for a time, so that your peers and colleagues can also hope on to it with you guys, and they can also continue the journey together with you. So please forgive me and please enjoy the journey for the roadmap of cybersecurity. And one more thing, before I proceed further, if you guys like the video of the previous module and you want me to keep on going, so please do share your reviews with me, and let me know. Either you can comment down in the comment section, or you can ping me on my LinkedIn profile. My LinkedIn profile is connected with my YouTube channel, or you can just directly search Isha Singh Malik onto the LinkedIn, and you'll be able to see my profile there as well. So I'll show you my LinkedIn profile if you wanted to, or I'll drop down the link as well in the again in the description box for this video, so that you guys can just directly hop on and search me there as well. So LinkedIn, I'll show you where you have to do is, you can see, I'll show you, you can see my profile picture when it will come. Yeah, just give me a second guys, I have notification. Yeah, you can see this is my profile picture. You can just click on it and you can just get back to me, and you can put your doubt, as well as you can just ask me about, uh, you can say, you can share your reviews as well. I would be more than glad. So yeah, moving on further, one more thing is there, that before we start, there would be least, you can say, practical sessions, because it is a roadmap of cybersecurity. I'll be sharing with you all about, you can say, the hands-on sessions as well. There will be hands-on sessions, but not as much as like the others, because it is just a start. So as to know, you have to know about the theoretical part before you just directly move on to the practical part. And that's why I'm just going to share particularly with you guys the theoretical part and the hands-on, but the hands-on will be least for this particular playlist as well as the module. I hope you guys will understand why I'm doing this. This is all for your sake guys. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and also share it with your friends as much as possible, so that the whosoever is the beginner in this field can get to know about it and can get just the new hold of it. So without wasting time, let's just hop on. And it is also going to be the same module, as I have already stated, that everything is going to be in a particular way, and we are not going to waste our time onto things like which are not important. So as we start our journey, there is one thing, that the module will carry 30 days of content. 30 days of content, or you can say, you can basically say that day one, day two, and again we are going to repeat the same process in the C as we proceeded with this CEHV 13 module. So this will be also divided into 5 weeks, which is basically going to take you to a journey of becoming a master in the cybersecurity from a noob or from a basic level. So, firstly, we are going to know about things that in which 5 weeks we are going to cover up the modules, such as what is the foundation of cybersecurity. Firstly, foundation of cybersecurity, which is going to cover the basic things like what is cybersecurity, why do we need cybersecurity, and as well as what are the importance and role of ethical hacker, as well as the cyber kill chain and their methodologies. Moving on further, we'll be discussing about the web app pen testing or web app hacking, and the web app module, which is going to cover up the threats, you can say threats, or you can say, just give me a second, yeah, you can say threats, or OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, yeah, which we basically have already covered, but might be till the time we proceed further with this, these OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, there would be chance that we'll be having 2025 OWASP top 10 list, and we are going to cover that, because in the previous video of OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, well, which it wasn't my particular module of CHV 13, we have covered up the 2023 list. So let's just hope that till the time we reach to the stage, we are able to have a 2025 list of OS top 10 vulnerabilities, and after that we are going to cover that in that particular module. Moving on further, we'll be discussing about the AD and defensive. AD is basically in the active directory, yeah, and then active directory, as well as the, you can say the, yeah, I was stating one thing, defensive security, Just give me a second. Yeah. One more thing. In the web app module, we are going to also cover a few of the topics like red teaming. Yeah, just give me a second. Red teaming and offensive security. What are these kind of securities, and why do we need these, or what is red teaming, what is purple teaming, or what is blue teaming? We are going to learn each and everything, and we are going to understand these particular things, and then we are going to have it, you can say, the last and the final thing that we're going to cover up is the Q&A session, as well as some of the CTFs of some as well as some CTFs or walkthroughs to get you hands on with the particularly the what do you say? Yeah, we are also in the foundations of cybersecurity. Most people do not know and do not have the networking modules. You can say networking modules. They do not know about the particular network modules, OSI model, or you can say TCP IP TCP/IP model, as well as some of you might also do not know about the Windows and Linux basics. So we are going to cover up every single thing that is related to the cybersecurity and that a particular beginner of the cybersecurity person should know. And in the security, why do we need security? We are going to learn up every single thing. So moving on further, I just give me a second. I haven't removed it. Let me remove it once. Yeah. Yeah, so firstly, we are going for this particular session, we are going to cover up one thing that is going to be, wait a second, yeah, let me take this. That is going to be about the foundation, day one, that is introduction to cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Introduction to cybersecurity and ethical hacking, in which we are going to cover up the subtopics as what is cybersecurity, and what are ethical hackers, or role of ethical hackers, what are ethical hackers and role of ethical hackers. Moving on, we have next is the cyber kill chain and the attack methodologies, yeah. And before we start with the definitions and directly getting on to cybersecurity, let me share a roadmap that we are going to particularly start up. Let me just take us. I have clicked the wait a second, guys, it's cyber kill chain, yeah. Yeah, let's just see. Firstly, we are going to learn about the introduction to cybersecurity, and as we have got the foundation of cybersecurity and ethical hacking, what basically this thing is, why it is needed, or what's the importance of this in the digital era. Then we are going to just move on to understand what are operating systems. Operating systems, Windows, Linux, which kind of OS or operating systems we basically use, and what basically person use nowadays. So after that, we are going to learn about the networking. As you can see, here is a networking, and then after that we are going to learn about this networking, that is going to be TCP/IP model, OSI model, and then a bit of a programming as well, because you should always understand the bit of a programming always, because like Python, C++, you should be knowing a bit of every programming language for you to understand what's actually happening, if you are if you are pen testing a website or something like that. Just give me a second, guys, just give me a second. Yeah, sorry for the pause, guys. I had just got a call. Yeah, after that, in it, programming, as I was stating, that programming, you should basically have a bit of a knowledge, at least, if you are good in programming, advanced programming, that's great as well. After that, after learning programming, we are going to get a hold of a bit of the databases, that is SQL databases, that is static or dynamic database. Static basically means that we are able to see the front end, user friendly, and which doesn't basically changes, or real time changes are not onto the static databases. Then we have the dynamic databases, and on the dynamic databases, the database keeps on changing, adding, manipulating, as well as, you can say, the dynamic databases are also kind of databases where people can make changes, or the users or admins can perform changes, and it keeps on changing after a while it basically takes up the real time data as well. So that's how we will become and move on to the ethical hacking, and then we got the cybersecurity architect. Because how to be a cybersecurity architect, you might have to give some exams, like you can say the certifications. As I have already stated, we have covered up one cybersecurity certifications module. Will be coming up with more as well in the future. So in the ethical hacking journey, this is it, and this is my personally built cyber security roadmap, which I followed while I started my journey in order to get a hold and in order to perform things. This was personally my roadmap that I learned it. So I'm sharing it with you guys for your better sake and for your betterment. If you like it, please do let me know in the comment section. And moving on further, I am just going to not waste much time and dive into the theoretical part and understanding of the cybersecurity. Now here comes the what is cybersecurity. Firstly, cybersecurity, as we can see, cybersecurity comprises of two words, and it is built up of two words basically. That is, one is cyber and another is security. So we are going to break down into simpler language, and I'm going to make it very simple for you. Cyber, first is cyber, another is security. Security, as we all know, security, what does security means, and we have heard this word a lot in our whole life of journey or whole journey. Whenever we go to any kind of malls, you can see malls or any kind of spiritual places where there is so many people coming daily. You can say at mandir, you guys have heard about mandir. When you go to some high believing mandir, there is a security checkpoints. As in the malls also, you have seen there are security checkpoints. So what basically security means is to to safeguard, right? To safeguard. And why does the security happens? To keep an eye, to prevent from malicious or severe attacks or threats, right? All these things happens is because to prevent and to stop these threats from happening. Now comes the as we have all heard about the physical security, and what I was talking about, the malls and the spiritual rich believing security checkpoints at some places, or you can say things like that. This is not to be the physical security, means in person security, where people are keeping an eye, where people are standing to secure you guys. Security guards and everything we have heard about is basically the physical security that I am currently talking about. Now moving on further, there comes the second word, that is cyber. Now you might be thinking, what is basically cyber? Cyber is basically a word that is shortened in order to provide you, or in order to describe digital era. That is what cyber is. Means a digital era. Or you can say an era, or you can say a place or things which are basically connected to, which are basically connected to internet. That's what basically cyber is, and to combine them and create a new word, this creates a cyber security. And what does the cyber security combiningly states or define is that to safeguard or prevent the digital world from threats, attacks, and malicious activities of the attackers. So yeah, what is, in simpler terms, making it more precise and simpler to you, is it is a practice of protecting your computers, servers, or mobile devices from malicious attacks. So let me write it down here as well so that you guys won't get confused. Yeah, cybersecurity of protecting is a practice of protecting the computers, servers, mobile devices, or any digitally or any digital electronic or any digital electronic device from the malicious attack. Attack is known as cybersecurity. That means to secure your cyber era, your cyber world. That's what basically cybersecurity means. And making it more over simple, let me tell you just secure. We all are the kind of security guards who are preventing our cybersecurity. We are the security guards of our cyber world. We are the cyber, and we are basically the ethical hackers because we are protecting and safeguarding by standing in front of it as a layer in order to prevent any kind of attack or any kind of vulnerability to hop on into our system or to take a disadvantage of or to take advantage of our system. That's what we basically do is, and that's what cybersecurity basically mean is. It is like having a cyber security system from your digital world. That is what cybersecurity is. I hope it is clear. And moving on further now, we'll be discussing about what basically the role of an ethical hacker is, or why do we need ethical hackers, or what are ethical hackers basically. Ethical hackers, as I already stated you, ethical, it is again comprising of two words. Number one is ethical and another one is hacker. So I will just divide it and tell you and break down it and tell you because you guys should be aware about it a bit. If you are not, it's okay, you can just learn it from here and we are good to go. Ethical hackers are basically the kind of security guards protecting the cyber worlds from the vulnerabilities and threats. So yeah, we basically prevent, and ethical hackers means legally. Okay, let me write it down one more way. Legally hacking into the system with all the permissions. Guys, there's one disclaimer. If you are new to my channel, if even if you are not, there is a disclaimer for you all that this is only for the educational purpose and not for any kind of malicious activity or intent. So please take please take care of it, to use all of these techniques, tools, or you can say whatever we are learning in a legal and an ethical way. Do not perform it in a malicious intent or malicious activity. Take the responsibility, do it responsibly, and do not let me down. So moving on further, that is we're discussing about the ethical hackers. Legally hacking into the system with all the permissions in order to find any security misconfiguration, in order to find any security misconfiguration configuration and vulnerabilities, to protect the system and remediate it. Just give me a second. Where I am making a mistake. Wait, just give me a second, guys. Yeah, remediate before the attacker exploits that vulnerability. So I hope you have understood what are ethical hackers and what is the role of ethical hackers. The role of ethical hacker is to protect the system, and by exploiting that vulnerability or legally finding that vulnerability and remediating it before the attacker could basically exploit that vulnerability or threat, in order to give it a shield so that a particular system or particular attacker could not just hope onto your system and harm it in any way possible. So that's what the users that's what the task of us ethical hackers are, as we are the responsible person for the cyber world. So moving on further, we are going to discuss about why do we need cybersecurity and what is the importance of cybersecurity, or why is it important. Why is it important? Why is cybersecurity important? Many of you might know about it, many of you don't know about it. So just learn it if you don't know, and if you know, That's great to re-revise your topics again, guys. So just re-revise them. Why is it important? Because it protects the personal information. It protects the personal information. Personal information. It also safeguards the businesses. It also safeguards the businesses. It also ensures national security. And what kind of national security I'm talking about? That the government websites which might sometime face because government websites have so much data of us people, or you can say our data is basically given to the government, and data is stored on those website. If that is basically leaked or harmed, it could be a mess, it could be a chaos. So this is important in order to protect the personal information, businesses, as well as ensure the national security. This plays a crucial role in each and every person's life. Cybersecurity is really an important and a crucial field, and everyone should be aware about the cyber crimes, threats, and the happening of the frauds. So as to prevent themselves as well as their family members, because you guys are now educated, and it's your responsibility to take a charge and to make people aware about why do we need cybersecurity and what is the importance of cybersecurity in today's digital era as well as the world. Uh, so it's your responsibility, guys. Use it in a responsible manner. Prevent your family, friends, and colleagues from any kind of mishappening of frauds or something like that. So take a responsibility. You are ethical hackers. You are the upcoming ethical hackers of this journey. So moving on further, now we're going to discuss about the cyber kill chain. Cyber kill chain. And as you guys have already seen, that I have created a cyber kill chain diagram as well. So to make it a bit you might be thinking, what is this hack free journal? It is one of my you can say one of my Instagram channel. You can go and see many of the things that I have shared over there, and I am always keeping you update that if you are unable to see something on the YouTube channel, or if you are unable to see it in a hack free journal, you can just go on to the hack free journal and see whenever the video is out. I am always keeping it update. Yeah, so cyber kill chain, basically the cyber kill chain is a kind of procedure. Let me just write it down. Okay, I just escaped it, no problem, I'll just write it down directly. Yeah, cyber kill chain is basically a step by step sorry, procedure. It is basically a step-by-step procedure of exploiting vulnerabilities, exploiting vulnerabilities in such a way, in such a way as an attacker do. Yeah, guys, there is one more thing I want to tell you. If you want to be an hacker, think like an hacker, because you never know what the a person in front of you might be thinking. If Because it is stated now that if you want to catch a thief, think like a thief. If you want to if you are in a police, what you basically do is, as I have given you an example of CID, that if basically a CID is testing, or if a CID is on a crime scene, they always try to think like an hacker, or they sorry attacker, or you can say the criminal. So if you want to become an ethical hacker, think like an attacker, because that's what the mindset. If you're thinking it that way, you'll be able to find out the vulnerabilities. And that's why cyber kill chain is important, because it will help your brain to think like an attacker but prevent like an ethical hacker. So there is this code that I have created myself as well for the cyber kill chain, that this cyber kill chain helps you to perceive things like an attacker, but to prevent things like an ethical hacker. And good though. Damn, gosh, guys, we made a rhyming as well. So it's okay. Learn it in a new and interesting way. The cyber kill chain is basically to help you perceive things like an attacker so that you can prevent things like you are an ethical hacker in order to prevent, because you know how to remediate things. But attacker might not know that you have remediated things and you have kept this thing in front of your particular system so as to protect your system or your device. So this is for the cyber kill chain is for the educational purpose as well, guys. Please do not use it for any dirty means. So moving on further, I'll be sharing you. Just give me a second, guys. Let me open up the. Just give me a second. Let me just open up my. Where is it? The roadmap. Yeah. Let me just open up the cyber kill chain so that you guys can understand. It's opening multiple times. Yeah. So as you can see, cyber kill chain, number one, what we have to do is we have to do the reconnaissance. And as I have already stated and told you why reconnaissance is important, reconnaissance means to gather information. If if you are if you let's just take an example. If you are at my place creating contents and thinking about how to share it with my friends, share it with my audience, share it with my colleagues, so what will be the first thing that I'll take on for a particular topic? I'll gather information about the topic so that I can share it with you guys. So firstly, to get to know about your audience, to get to know about the particular system, you have to gather information, and that's what basically the reconnaissance is. Firstly, you will gather information, you'll collect all kind of stuff and information about that particular system in order to think for that how to hack, or what are the loopholes, to understand particularly about your audience, or to particularly understand about your victim. Okay, that's what we do in the reconnaissance phase. Moving on further, we have is weaponization. As its name itself suggests, guys, after gathering information, what we basically do is we collect out all the tools and weapons in order to perform, or in order to understand that after collecting information we have to take this. We'll create a plan now. Okay, let's just get it straight. Firstly, you'll gather information, right? Firstly, you'll gather information. Let me just not create it here, and let me create it here. Yeah. The first thing first that we have to do the information gathering. We'll collect all the information gathering. We'll collect all kind of stuff that we need to understand, that we need basically to understand our loophole or our system. That's or you can say or our target, right? This is my target. Let's just say this is my target basically. Yeah. Taking a simple target, I have to go to the mall and I have to collect vegetables and everything. So I have to go to the grocery store, but I don't know what I have to collect from the grocery store. Let's just say this is grocery store. I came to the grocery store, but my mother forgot to tell me that what things I have to collect. Would that even be worthy for me to go to grocery store? I don't know. I don't know what to collect. What to collect from here? Is it worthy to for me to go to grocery store if I don't even know what vegetable, fruits, or you can say the necessity things that I need to buy? If I don't know about it, is it even worthy for me to be there at that particular grocery store? No. I just know that I have to go to the grocery store. That doesn't make things go in a better way. That's why information gathering, because firstly I go to my mother as I need to buy this thing, mother, and I'm going to grocery store. Do you want me to collect something else from there? So I collect that information from my mother. That's how I collected information from my mother. Firstly, I collected that information that yeah, my mother told me to get this thing. Let's just take an example and let's say that my mother told me to buy fruits. Yeah, fruits, and then my mother said me to also buy some cabbage and as well as corns. So this is the information that I have collected from my mother or gathered from my mother in order to get to go to my target, that is grocery store. But now if I have to carry all these things, in what particular thing I am going to carry, guys? There might be something that I have to carry in, na? So for that particular thing, I need a weapon or a tool, right? I need what? Tool, right? I need particularly a tool, or you can say the weapon. Or I need to plan thing that how I have to go, and if I go this way, I'll plan out things. Plan out things, right? I'll plan out things that I'll have to go there first, and then I have to collect the grocery from the grocery store. So that's how thing works. And if for the planning out things, I need tools and um, you can say stuff in order to carry all these fruits, cabbages, and corns. So what I'm going to do, I'll need a weapon. That is basically going to be the carry bag, right? That is basically going to be the carry bag for me, and that is what weaponization is. To manage and to understand the carry bag. Oh, sorry. To manage and to understand thing, weaponization. And that's what weaponization means, as its name suggests, a weapon or tool that you need to collect, that you need to go and implement there. After that, after reconnaissance comes the weaponization. Understandable, guys? You got it? What does I mean by weaponization? Number three, as here we have stated in the diagram, number three comes the delivery. Now, if let's say if you are at your aunt's home, as I stated, my mother also gave me one more task. While I am going to the grocery store, or I am on my way to the grocery store, my mother told me to carry all that stuff to my aunt's house as well. So I have to double the stuff and have to get those stuff to my aunt's house. So that's what delivery means. Delivery means. So I hope delivery is understandable. Just give me a second. Yeah, let me make a box. After carrying that stuff, my mother stated me to just leave that house, leave those things at my aunt's house. And that's what delivery means. That means after gathering the information about the target, what we have to do is we have to prepare our weapons, that we basically are going to need these kind of weapons in order to deliver those stuff at particular target. Let's say I have already told you about that na, information gathering. After collecting information, that I have to collect these stuff from particular grocery store, and I have to carry that in a bag, and I have to deliver it at my aunt's house. And that's how delivery works. After gathering the information about the target, we are going to find, after I got the loophole in my target, that means I got the stuff to leave at my aunt's house. Similarly, when I got the information to the loophole into my target system, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a weapon according to it. Let's say if I might have been gone, my mother have told me to buy a laptop. If my mother have told me to buy a laptop, what I was going to do is, instead of getting a carry bag, I would have taken my handbag. That is like my school bag or some kind of that kind of bag, so that I can put my laptop in that particular bag easily. So that's what weaponization is, in order to understand what's the requirement of a particular loophole, particular thing. So if let's say if the system have a kind of back door, and we are able to get into that back door, after getting into that back door, what we are going to do is we are going to implement stuff. Like I got a delivery, so I'll go to my aunt's house and I'll deliver that stuff. But now there is one more thing to deliver stuff. How you are going to install things after delivering, or exploit things? How you are going, let's say my mother told me that aunt is not at home, so what you are going to basically do is, if my aunt is not at home, how I'm going to exploit it, how I am going to deliver that stuff at aunt's place. But my mother instantly gave me a key to my aunt's house, that this is the key to your aunt's house, just keep it in inside and lock the door and just come back. Let's say in target's host, similar thing is happening. The in what basically, yeah, in on my target's place or on my target system, there is a stuff. The door was open. I get to know because I had the key to the door, because I found the loophole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exploit it. Exploitation. But at my aunt's house, I'm not going to exploit it, do a thief kind of thing, guys. But yeah, if I want to put some other stuff or take some other stuff from my aunt's house, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the open the door with the key na. That's what exploitation is, that I got the exploit to that particular vulnerability. And that's how things work. After exploiting that particular vulnerability, I'm going to install other stuffs as well. As my mother told me, go to your aunt's house, but I'm sneaky a bit because I wanted that chocolate from my aunt earlier, but I wasn't able to because I wasn't there at that particular time. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to do one thing. After exploiting that vulnerability, I'm going to install stuff. And what kind of stuff is I'm going to install? I'm from my aunt's house, I'm stealing that particular chocolate. That is what the installation is. If you want to install some extra stuff in after getting the hold of that particular system, that's what installation is. And that's how I got the chocolate that my aunt last time wasn't able to give me because I wasn't at home with everyone at that particular time because I was out of town. So that's how installation works, that after you got into the target system, you can just install random kind of malwares or threats, or you can say ransomware or something like that, into the particular target system and get the whole hold of that target system. So I hope this is also clear and you guys getting it, and it is quite interesting, right? Command and control. After that, now I have the whole command at my aunt's house. I can do whatever I want because I have the key to my aunt's house. But obviously I'm not going to do because it's my aunt's house and I know her pretty well. So command and control means, my mother said that do the stuff at your aunt's place and you can stay if you want to. That means I'm having the command and control at my aunt's house. And that's how, when an attacker is getting into your system and after installing random kind of software or malwares into your system, the particular host, or you can say the particular attacker, have the hold over your particular target system. That's how things works. And now the action and the objective is done, and the action is taken, and the action, okay, after taking all these actions, the objectives are met. Objectives are met. In what way? After, as my mother stated that you have to do this and you have to do that, I have done all of the stuff, but as I stated, that I also ate chocolate because I have the command and control over my aunt's place. And that's how my objective of eating a chocolate, as well as the task given by my mother, is already also completed by me. So that's how actions are done and objectives are met by me. So that's how basically the cyber kill chain works. First, you gather information, then you prepare the weapons for it, as you can see here, weapons for it, and then you deliver the stuff at the particular target system and you exploit that vulnerability. After getting the hold of it, you can install anything into your system, as I stated, installation. Then you have whole command and control over that particular target, and what you can do is your actions and objectives are met, and that's it for you to. And as soon as your objectives are met, you don't need anything, your task is done. So that's how basically the cyber kill chain works. I hope the explanation was pretty understandable, and it is quite interesting as well because I took a really interesting example for you guys. So if you guys have understood this, I hope to see you in the next video, because I have completed this whole module. That for the day one, as I have stated, what is cybersecurity, what are ethical hackers, and the role of ethical hackers, as well as the cyber kill chain. And attack methodologies are going to be similar of the tools I'll tell you, the malware threats and everything. So it's basically nothing much more than this, and I hope you guys have understood. If you like the video, guys, please do not forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and also press on the bell icon to get the notification as soon as I deliver or release a new video. And do not forget to share it with your friends as much as possible for the new upcoming video and sessions, so that they can also get a benefit out of it. So till the time I come up with a new video, bye bye guys, take care and see you in the next video.